The Constitution deals with the citizens, all of them without discrimination, from wherever they come, and the end result will be decided by the people through elections. So the people will elect whomever they find suitable to represent them. So the Constitution addresses the citizens of Egypt and is geared to organize the life of the Egyptians, all of them, without any discrimination as to religion, to race, to sex, to whatever. So I don't think the question needs any further elaboration. Okay?
Yes.
Just a question, Jonathan, in order to avoid illegality, just to avoid past mistakes and past problems, do you think it should be introduced a minimum number of voters in order to accept and to pass the new constitution with the next referendum? Maybe 50% of those who have the right to vote, or 50% of those who actually voted. Is it contemplated in this?
Yeah, we have not addressed this issue yet, but definitely we aim at a vast majority voting for the new constitution, the new text. And as you know, according to the rules of procedure of the work of this committee, the texts will be adopted either by consensus or by 75% of the voting members of the 50, the committee of 50. Therefore, I agree with the general trend that vast majority of Egyptians should vote for this constitution. That's what we expect. That's what we are hoping for and working for. Yes, sir. About what?
Religion. Which religion is the main principle of the
Well, the issue is addressed mainly, principally, in Article 2 about the Sharia as the principal source of legislation. So this is Article 2, which is the main article dealing with the issue you have raised. The question is that not only the principles of Sharia for Muslims, but also the principles of the Sharia for the adherents of other religions. Therefore, the Constitution will take care of that issue without going beyond what is the... Okay. All right. Nobody has complained anyway.
Now it's all right.
Now it's all right. Okay, thank you. All right. So I refer you to Article 2 in the draft Constitution.
Sorry, I couldn't hear the answer to the second question. I'm going to rephrase it again.
You ask the gentleman about the answer, he will tell you.
Okay. Just something, a follow-up. Do you think that to be legitimate, this constitution needs to get more votes than the previous one in the referendum or not?
We are not in the business of comparing. The circumstances are different, but we are sure that the Constitution, as we hope it will be, a very good document expressing or dealing with the interests of all Egyptians without discrimination, bearing in mind that this Constitution will be adopted while we are in 2013, we are in the 21st century, so we will have to have a Constitution that deals with the problems of today and looks to the future, caters to the future. At the same time, we should express respect for our basic principles and beliefs. Go ahead. Where?
تفضل.
بسأل ما هي نتائج لقاء رفض لجنة الخمسين برئاسة حضرتك مع محكمة الدستورية العليا؟ وما هي إجراءات اختيار البديل عن هم بطاقة المطلوبة في المحاكم.
شكرا.
The question, if you allow me just to translate, is about a meeting a delegation from the committee had this morning with the High Constitutional Court in Maadi. So he's asking about the result of this meeting.
Well, I'll say something in Arabic first. أنا أود أن أنتهز هذه الفرصة لأعلن مع الأسف فقدان لجنة الخمسين لواحد من أعضائها النشطاء والحقيقة اللي كانوا بيعبروا عن مصالح الفلاحين بكل كفاءة. أنا أنعى الأخ المرحوم محمد عبد القادر وسوف تكرمه اللجنة وننعاه في الجلسة الرسمية الأولى القادمة اللي هي يوم الأربعاء القادم. أما عن زيارتنا للمحكمة الدستورية العليا فالحقيقة أنه نحن نتشاور مع عدد كبير من المؤسسات وممثليها. أنا أمس كنت في أو خلينا على المحكمة الدستورية العليا وهي أعلى محكمة تتعامل مع الدستور وأعضاء منها كانوا أعضاء في لجنة العشرة وكانت هناك مشكلة في الدستور الماضي مع اللجنة مع المحكمة الدستورية العليا. الأمر الذي اقتضى أن احنا نسمع منه أولا نزورهم ونعبر عن تقديرنا لهذه المحكمة العليا وقضاتها ونستمع منهم إلى ما يودون طرحه ويستمعون منا أيضا إلى الصورة الكلية للدستور لأن احنا لا نستطيع أن نعطي تقرير تفصيلي الآن.
Very briefly, it was in the framework of our opening up to various groups in society. We are meeting a lot of people, and in this respect, we paid this visit to the High Constitutional Court because it is the highest court in Egypt dealing with the Constitution, and also because it was there was a lot of difference between it and the previous regime, and we wanted to express our respect and consideration to that High Court.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. تفضلي. تفضلي.
How would the 50 members committee protect the new constitution from the campaigns carried by the Muslim Brotherhood Islamic community?
I'm sorry.
How would the 50 members committee protect the new constitution from the anti-campaign campaigns carried by the Islamic community?
Well, if there are campaigns to criticize or representing a different point of view, we are ready to listen. But we have a draft and we have the references in all the previous constitutions in Egypt. But we, according to the right for free expression, peaceful free expressions, everybody is free to express his or her or their view.
So you won't protect the constitution in any way from lobbying that they usually carry, that they have carried previously with the 19th of March referendum and the previous elections?
You will not protect the Constitution from their lobbying?
Well, they can lobby and we are going to lobby too. So this is the rule of the game or the rules of the game, provided that we are talking about peaceful expression of opinion.
My question is about the inclusion of firstly the two new members from the Law Party after the two previous candidates have walked off. Could you provide us with their names? And also, what is the strategy to make sure that this doesn't happen again? Is there a new direction in discussion? And also, could you explain to us after which discussion it was that they walked out of exactly, and how the committee, the subcommittee, will try to avoid further incidents like that, to accommodate for the Islamist representatives in the subcommittee. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, as you must have followed, the previous representative decided to walk away. That was too early, in my opinion. There were the preliminary discussions. But at the same time, as you may recall, the Noor Party announced that they are going to continue working within the committee. They asked to replace their representatives, and it has been done in a very friendly way insofar as they are concerned within their rank and file, and also the withdrawal of any of the members is a freedom to exercise if he wants to continue or doesn't want to continue. But the party has requested to include the names of 2 members, which was accepted in a very simple procedure. مش غايبين عن الدستور. حزب النور ما زال مشاركا. That is about the absence of حزب النور. My answer is that حزب النور is not absent. There are 2 members of the party that have been nominated, have been in fact selected a couple of days back, and they are attending the committees today.
The question is about the civil state and whether it should be stipulated in the constitution that Egypt is a civil state, or to write a constitution for a civil state without necessarily using the word, which is not accepted by, as according to the question, An-Noor party. And his question is that he heard that this particular article was already adopted with the word civil in it, and it has gone already to be drafted in the preliminary version of the constitution, the project.
There were 2 versions for Article 1. None of them was adopted, and none of the articles are adopted. These are all recommendations coming from the working groups to the plenary. So there are a lot of ideas and amendments, as you have mentioned. The drafting committee will streamline all those languages and put them before the committee before the plenary. The plenary will decide, and there is nothing wrong, as I see it, in putting more than one text if the need arises for that. But in some articles, but this article in particular has more than one version, and none of them was adopted as yet. Okay.
For last question. From where? Spanish Museum.
C.
I would like to ask.
Can you use the microphone?
I would like to ask Mr. Musa if there have been any decisions taken towards the election of a parliamentary system, political system, or a presidential one.
Parliamentary system or the presidential system?
There is a very, very detailed discussion about that. It will be, as I read it, and nothing has been decided, a mix between presidential and parliamentary. The discussion is still on this point. There will be the elections, majority, and the prime minister will be selected by the president, that the prime minister that represents the party of the majority, or the party of whatever coalition that will be formed. Therefore, the discussions on this point are still active, and I hope that they have to finish that today. The presidential or parliamentary system, or a mix between both of them.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.